So walk me through your process on a case. You find out that there's something going on in Central America or something that's going on in Haiti, and it's time for you to assume an identity and show up. What is that? How do you even begin that process?
So I'll take you through a real case in Mexico. That was when I'm done doing undercover work after Sound of Freedom came out.
Sure.
So you gotta be sneaky, right? You gotta get in. So we had intel on a spa in Cozumel, Mexico, which is connected to cartels in that region that are very, very, very dangerous. So we have to go in there acting like sex tourists and get the people in that spa talking about the kids that they might be selling.
Right.
And so we have disguises. Something that I've recently had to talk about, which we'll get into. We have to reveal a tactic that I didn't want to necessarily reveal, but it's been hitting me square in the face. So I've had to reveal it. Something called the couple's tactic or the couple's ruse, which the left and others are trying to make something out of, which is actually this amazing concept, which is, look, it actually is my wife who will tell you that she is the one behind this concept. Mm-hmm. If I walk into a spa that's selling children, mm-hmm. they're going to offer me sex acts. And if I don't participate in the sex acts, do you think I'm going to get another opportunity to talk about where the kids are? No.
Right.
I'm not the guy they're looking for. But I'm not going to expose myself to a sex act. So I have an actor, an operator / actor / female operator who pretends to be my wife, my girlfriend, and she doesn't let it happen. So let's say she starts, the person who knows, let's say it's an adult, usually sex worker, who's doing the massage or whatever they want to do. And when she goes for the sex act, I would say a key word to my partner who's getting her own massage on the other table, and I'd say something like, oh heck yeah, or whatever. Say that alerts her, and she'll be like, what? No, don't touch my man. And then I can whisper, hey, we can do it later. Okay, so now I've maintained credibility. I look like a sicko.
Right.
And we continue the conversation. We've rescued hundreds of kids that way. And so eventually, in this particular case, that's what we did. The topic comes up. You have to be careful. They bring it up, but there's ways to start talking about it where they bring up, yeah, we got 12-year-olds too. You got to be very personable. It's undercover work. It's verbal judo. And then she introduces me to the boss. Mm-hmm. And the boss comes out, and then that turns into a meeting. This particular person, she had the local police in Cozumel on payroll. They were actually giving her top cover at our undercover meeting. And we have a house filmed from 7 angles as she discusses how she's selling 6-year-olds, and then shows us pictures of the 6-year-olds and the 12-year-olds and so forth. And then all the while we're getting this intel, feeding it to the Quintana Roo Attorney General's office or the federal police in Mexico, and they start running their stuff. And then we just keep digging until ultimately we discover all the evidence we need to take the place down, rescue the kids, and get them into aftercare. So that's like a real case that happened, and these cases can last anywhere from 2 months to 2 years, depending on the things that go on.
And the kids are in some sort of safe house or something, and they're shuttled back and forth to the spa every day? Sometimes
I've seen that. I've seen cases where the kids are like foster kids almost. Like if you're an orphan in one of these places, it's very easy to take this kid. I'm going to take care of this child or start my own orphanage, and it's all just a ploy. Sometimes the kids it's the family members often that are selling the kids. But one way or another, those kids are getting to the spa and back, or it's not the spa. They'll say, hey, we're going to take you, get into our car, we'll drive you down to a house, and that's where you're going to have sex with the child.
What is the typical American sex tourist like? What's the breakdown? Married, single, 40, 25?
That's the hard thing is I wish there were some kind of a profile, and there's not.
There isn't a profile.
It's very difficult. It's like a porn addict. Like these are sex addicts, porn addicts. It's like there's no way to identify what that person is or who they are. They're people that got into a place where they want to engage in sex with children.
And it doesn't break down along race or gay, straight, or any of that. It's
no.
which I guess makes your job harder
Makes it harder. Yeah.
because it's really, you can profile serial killers for the most part.
Yeah.